Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, we'd like to give our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Stone. Shalom to you, brothers, in the highways and the byways, preaching, teaching this word in sincerity and in truth. All right, so now, the world is supposed to know, if you're not living under a rock, right? It's all in the news, man. It's all in the media, right? You're not supposed to be ignorant in a time like this, man, right? But we know that the Lord had put the spirit of deep sleep upon majority of the society, right? Predominantly our people, right? Which are under the curse is just the same with so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native American Indians, right? We make up the 12th tribe of Israel, man, and we're blessed, speaking about us as men of the Lord, to know the things that we know through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Yahweh, the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahushai, the Son of the Heavenly Father. So that's your name in the Hebrew. Yahweh means that He is, right? The Creator. He is, right? Yahushai goes back to He delivers, or He's the deliverer. Right? Those are their names in the Hebrew. And those are the meaning, right? And you can see out here in Jamaica a lot of things that's been happening. Now, Jamaica is not exempt from this global elite plan, right? Meaning every country on the face of the earth, right, gonna have to comply with the new way of living, the new way of doing things, right? Now, I have some articles here that I'd like to get into, right, just to show you. Now, every country, keep in mind, it's not a Jamaican thing, right? And we need for, like, speaking about your regular Jakes out there, man, you need for snap out of the, the closed-minded reasoning, or, look out there in the world, and you will see that the things that are happening now, it's not just a Jamaican thing, right? The banks that are so-called collapsing, which we know that the elites, there is society behind all of that, right? And, all out in Jamaica, the same ATM thing. What you think all of that, the whole banking system, starting with Usain Bolt saga and down to the beryllium saga, to the ATM machines saga, it is telling you that, look, or what they're showing you is that this current way of doing business, or doing our way of life, right, is faulty, right? And henceforth, we need a more secure way of doing business, which they're going to take time to move now to this digital society, which was already planned. It's just that they need something to move the people forward, or for get the people in a mindset of accepting this new way of life, man. Right? And that's Esau. You know what? Let me get a scripture. Says 2 Corinthians 2 and verse 11. So at least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. It's the same plan over and over again. Now, let me get into an article here before we go any further. Let's start with Pika. Alright, so Pika is beginning to issue a new e-passport next week, and this date did March the 24th, 2023, and next week means that April, right? So in April there'll be a new passport, an e-passport. So it's the Passport Immigration and Citizens Agency, PICA, right, has announced that it will begin to issue new high-security electronic passport, or e-passport, as of March 31st. An e-passport is an electronic machine-readable passport with embedded microchip that is store a digital version of the holder's biographical data, right? So it's going to have all the data, right? Now, it's going to have your, when you speak about biometrics, you speak about pertaining to your whole body. So your retinal scan, facial recognition, your palm print, fingerprint, what is your health, it will also extend to your wallet, your driver's license, every single thing about you, right? Your data is going to be gathered together, right? Seeing this, what I'm giving you, man, these devices that I'm going to give you, right? Now it starts with this e-passport, and it will have a wallet and whatever on it, the NIDS also, right? National Identification System out here in Jamaica. All of these things, man, is consolidating your information on one device, right? And this is your identity, right, in this digital economy that's growing, right? So it's have a unique chip. It's a digital signature to each specified to each issuing country. So it's not just about Jamaica. So PICA says the e-passport is a robust biometric document, will add layers of security that can aid in the fight against the new emerging threats to identity theft and national security. So if there was no national security threat, then there wouldn't be no need and people wouldn't be looking this way, So that's the thing that they are running with. That's the reason why you say there's so much thing happening since the past couple of months with security threats as it pertaining to the banks. You just said the Usain Bolt, the beryllium, the ATM is being robbed, and all of that. Which from day one, this was already set in motion before all of these things happen. They just need something to push it further so the people can accept it as so forth. And so we're not going to go much into this article because we have a lot more. We have 2 more articles. Well, basically 1, So once one read it, it goes on to explain. It explains that his decision issue document aired. It's the introduction of the e-passport in Jamaica will see a national joining more than 150 countries that use e-passport, including CARICOM states, right? So it's not just a Jamaican thing. And it is what is this do? It is putting Jamaica, or in according to their words, up there with the to perform up there with the rest, because as Andrew Holness always said, Jamaica lagging behind and so forth. So that's what they're doing. So e-passport, man, it's just another chain in the link to getting everybody to this whole digital society and so forth. So let's get this another article. It says Jamaica urged to go cashless in the light of recent banks attack automation machine at automated banking machines. Conversations about Jamaica moving towards being a cashless society have become prominent again. Now, passport is going digital. Now, your cash is going digital. You can see the narrative that is being pushed here, man. You can see the things that are happening. It shows you the magnitude of what is about to come when you can see. So all of these things have been planned, right? And the deaths are the guy, all these men where you see out there, the theft, forget this thing rolling. Say it's not no normal thing that which is coming. It is slavery all over again, and the banking elites and make sure say what regardless what you have to do, if you get this thing to where it is, this is where we need the thing to be. And if a lot of people are going to die, cool, that's the sacrifice. But this is huge. And what this means is that for the cashless society, is that the CBDCs that are coming is programmable money, right? Like tokens, right? To simplify it, it is not your money, right? It's like tokens given, and it's going to expire if you're not spending it during a particular time, right? Or if use it on specific items, right? And you're gonna be shocked, using that technology, right? Using that platform, right? It's a cashless society refers to one that preliminarily used digital means, here we go again, to make financial transaction, eliminating the need to carry around physical cash. According to personal finance content creator Dimitri Firman, the switch can be simple as getting a credit card in America, and they're moving from credit card now. Right? In America, you could use the Apple Pay on your phone, or you could use Cash Apps, or a lot of different methods, right? But right now, Jamaica is mostly credit cards and the link, he explained. So that's why you see out in Jamaica now in the streets, you have the common people that they have now employed. You can see them out there in the streets pushing the link system, and them even incentivizing it. So if you get like a link, what you call it? Them say if you I don't really know the system is, I have it on my phone, but the promotion that I'm using I'm not really familiar with. But you get I believe it's $2,500 if you sign up, for the link. You get that in the link account. So it's urging the public to go cashless. Matter of fact, let me get another scripture before going any further. Right. This is Ecclesiastes 9 verse 12. It says, for man also know it not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net. And I love the scripture. I love bringing out the scripture because it is a net, it is a trap, but our people do not know. And we're going to gradually step into this thing thinking it's going to help us. Even though we go out there in other videos, with a lot, black a lot of our people mind, but even though we're out there and we do videos after videos showing this thing, a lot of people now go really get it, because they're not meant, and it will catch them unaware, because they might use it under the guise of convenience. That's what they're running it under, convenience, It's for a man know it not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in a snare, so are the sons of man snared in an evil time when it falls upon them suddenly. When it suddenly fall upon them. So that's how it's going to come upon our people. It's going to fall suddenly because, as I said before, when they realize the money that they have, there's not going to be any savings. The money where you have are going to just expire if you don't use it by a particular time or on something specific. Right? It means that, and now the 15-minute cities. You see me? That means that if you left from here and you go Kingston, you're not supposed to be in Kingston. That is if you can go Kingston. You can't purchase anything in Kingston because you're not supposed to be there anyway. Yeah. Which you go back to Revelation. He calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. And that no man might buy or sell save ye at the mark, man. And we're going to that scripture. Right? So it's alright, so it's more convenient. So urging public to go cashless, Freeman told the star it is more convenient because most of the times you go to the ATM and use your debit card, you get charged to withdraw cash, plus you get charged to spend cash, and you get charged on spending cash. Also, he noted the biggest drawback for credit cards is some persons' inability to manage their debt. It is not free cash, but it is very useful. It can even use, even getting free money, the bank, such and such and such and such. Article short, so just read through. I can get up to 20,000 in rewards, and the end of the year, it is like a credit card paying back for itself. Say plus a little cash in the pocket, so it's like spending free money, right? If you back balance on time and in full. They're incentivizing this thing, man. They're romanticizing it. They're making it look enticing so people can get on board. It is not It is a prison. It is your tracking device, man. It is your financial prison. So much more. So he added that while consumers are adopting the mechanism to make physical money obsolete, right? Merchants also play a vital role. So it doesn't hurt customers to check with their local banks and ask them if they think. I think they have more. I think they have the merchant machine now where you don't have to walk with a big point of sale machine. You can walk with the smallest ones, right? They have some that can connect to your phone. All you need is a data plan. I can guarantee that that a lot of people would love to spend with some people, especially on the roadside, because they do not have cash, right? They don't have the machine. We tend to go to the supermarket to support the machines, so they're gonna make it accessible to the ones them where basically like the jerk man, the small vendors, man. He said it cause it all, according to the scripture where I read. Now this is the last article before we can get in the script down in Revelation, right? So when I will read this one, but it's from the Daily Mail. I just read the headlines just to show you that it's not just a Jamaican thing, man. It's a world event, one world government, right? Say major Australian banks to end cash withdrawal from its branches as the end of paper looms. It's not just a Jamaican thing, it's a worldwide thing, man. Now in the Americas, right? In America, what we're seeing is the collapse of the dollar. Now Russia and China is going around the dollar, right? Saudi Arabia is now showing interest in joining the BRICS nation, right? Now, once the world reserve currency, which is the petrodollar, is stop trade oil in that, which no much I get rid of oil now. All of that money, all of US dollar, right, which no one is using no more, it's going to go home to America, right? Because the Fed keep printing money, right? Now, what do you think about hyperinflation? In order to dodge that hyperinflation, what do you think them have to do? Go digital. So the whole system set up, just like we're speaking about the bank runs, the bank robberies and all of these things, right? Forget the people them to one specific goal. It's the same thing with America, it's just on a bigger level, right? It's just on a grand level, right? America is gonna have to skip out on the dollar, man, jump left the dollar and jump on the digital just to save itself, right? And it's gonna bring war also. Saying, but that's America. Now this is Australia and all over the country, all over the world, right? But this is where it is. This is the end all be all, man, right? This is Revelation 13 and verse 16. It said, and he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, right? And that no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark, or the name of beast, or the number of his name. So the mark, what I speak about, let's break down the mark, man, because if you don't have this mark, you can't do business. You're not going to function. You're going to be shut out. You can't eat. There's nothing where you can do because you're not recognized in the system, or you're blacklisted in the system, right? So the root word for mark is charagma, right? It's a charagma, a stamp and imprinted mark stamped on the forehead on the right hand as a badge of the followers of the Antichrist. This is going to show you that you're with Klaus Schwab and the madness, right? You belongs to them because this is the ultimate test. And a lot of people like when you speak spiritual that is pertaining to all of these things that we're speaking about. Them not think it tie into some spiritual things that are going to happen. Them think that, oh, it's why are you bringing up scriptures? You know what I mean? Look, man, this is what the scripture said. This is basically happening right now. This is where it is heading, man. Right? The prophet John on the highland of Patmos got the vision of this era, this time, right? And he's giving a vivid description, right, of the word, of the device that is going to be implanted under the skin, right? Hey, it's sound off on that one right there, right? Right. So it's the mark branded upon ours, right? And when you brand an horse, where you show ownership, so there's a mark that's going to be put on you. As you go down in the Strong's definition, down at the bottom here, it says, as a badge of servitude, right? So what it's going to do is this small chip or the grain of a rice, right? It's going to be implanted under the skin, man. That's what it's referring to, right? When you break down the word mark, right? And on that chip, it's going to have all your information. Now, you see them, I use the cards, and the new e-passport and all of that, which you speak of earlier, and all of the other NIDS, the ID and such. You're not going to have no whole heap of thing, different things with different information. It's going to be one thing, right? And those things can last, those cards and such. So what am I going to do? I'm going to give you something that cannot be, that you can't lose, and I'm going to put it under the skin. You know, have the excuse. That's why if you lose the NIDS and such, there's a hefty fine for losing these technologies, these things that I'm going to give you. There's a hefty fine, man. Right? So, yeah, that's the word mark. So when we're going at the root word for charagma, just a moment. We get the word charax, which says a peel or a stake, a palisade ramp, right? It's a palisade or a ramp, right? So that's shows a sharpen, right, to a point, and that's the syringe that they're going to use to put that chip into your hands, man. Right, that's the description of the word. That's the root word for charagma, charax, right, which means a sharpened stake, just like a stake where you use like a peg, Since John saw this, man, and this was explaining, the meaning of the words, right? The word for the root word for charax is grapho, right? So to write in reference in the form of a letter, right? To write in reference in the form of a letter, right? Now, this signifies the the information, all of the written information, right, on your e-passport, your health, all of your biometrics, as we read in the first article about your e-passport and so forth. All of these things, right, is what the passage is describing. See? So from the charagma, right, which is a body of servitude, right, which is the that device that they're going to put under the skin, right? They're going to use in charax, they're going to use a sharp instrument to put that device under the skin, right? And grapho, right, stated that it's going to have the written information, every single thing about you. It is your identity going in this digital society, right? Phone sound off on that one also. So this is the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast, man. Right? It's no doubt about it. It is what it is, right? See? Let me get another scripture with this. So it says, cause it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. And that's the reason why they want to give it to the common man out here in Jamaica where I sell peanut on the corner, or the jerk man, so that no man might buy or sell save he that of the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Revelation 14 and verse 9. So, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, or receive the mark in his right hand or in his forehead, or in his hand, so no matter if right or left, but the beast basically is referred to NATO and Heu, right? That's the beast, and these are the ones that is bringing in this new world order, man. Klaus Schwab and the whole World Economic Forum and all of these things, when them have them meeting at Davos and these places, right? It's the same shall drink of the wine. So if you take that, right, if you receive that mark, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the angel, and the holy angels, and in the presence of the Lamb. So in the presence of Yahushai and the holy angels, which they are coming back with their brand of fire, right, to put destruction and waste to America, right, and to burn out all of the corruption and everything else, man, right? So once you go that way, this is judgment prescribed once you receive that mark, right? But this is where society is heading right now, man. And Kalalal Yahweh Bashim Yoshai for having mercy on us, for opening our eyes, giving us this truth, so that we can the understanding of the scriptures, man. Kalalal Yahweh Bashim Yoshai, because we see so many people, even one that profess themselves to be teachers of Israel, right, over the Lord's sheep, are ignorant of these prophecies, man. They don't know how to break it down. Kalalal Yahweh Bashim Yoshai, man. And with that one, give our praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kodash. Hope this lesson was edifying to the potential elect. Kwam Yashawala. So out of here, man.